So most of you should already be familiar with single leg X, where I'm coming in underneath, I have my leg here, giving him a seat, my other leg goes around, and I put it right on his hip, right? Single leg X, we played this a lot. You know, you want to grab his legs if you can. If not, lift up, twist, and get into the ground. Stand up for recognition. Outside Ashi, all right, is where I'm bringing both of my legs over this way. And usually when they're standing up, I want to like triangle my legs or kind of at the ankle and pinch here and scissor, all right? And this is okay, but all he has to usually do is just push my knee down, and I lose a lot of my capability, and he can smash me into like a leg drag, you know? So being in this position while they're standing is not great. So there's ways around that, but I just want to you can keep that in mind, that if they stand up in this position, you probably don't want to stay here, okay? And you definitely don't want to shoot your way in here unless you're a pro at it, okay? So a lot of times we'll get to single leg X. I'll get into the ground, start a little bit so everyone can see. So when I get him to the ground, if you notice, his knee is kind of pointing outward. And when he does that, that puts him in danger of ankle locks, okay? So for him to fix that, he'll probably try to turn inward a little bit like that and hide his feet. So I can't really crank back on it as much. And in doing so, that opens him up to the heel hook. But this isn't very powerful from single leg X. If you want to finish the heel hook, you want to be in outside Ashi, right? Some sort of position like this. So that's the reason you would go to it, all right? So if he hides the ankle lock from me, I have the heel hook. If he hides the heel hook from me, he gives me the ankle lock, all right? And that's the game we're gonna play. So we're gonna start from this position right here, okay? And we're gonna start with your teammate's knee facing outward. So both of your legs are gonna go over, and I want you to kind of make a triangle here from inside to out, like that, okay? And I want you to pinch his legs. Now, from here, all right, since I was saying, if his knee is pointing outward, we're going for the ankle tap, all right, the ankle lock. Now, I wanna get under his Achilles, and I wanna get as deep as I can. But even before I do all that, I want to make sure his foot is in the right place, all right? So I want to use my hands and my feet to kind of shoot myself a little bit more back here. So I want his like toes, this part right here, buried in my armpit, like that, all right? Not quite where it can just pop out easily, but feel almost to that point, okay? I want to get this nice and tight, but we're going to add one more little step. I want you to kind of punch his heel to your rib right here. Okay? This can be a problem, all right, if you try to treat this as a heel hook. But if you go straight ankle lock, it's not illegal. But I want you to start getting used to this, okay? What will make it illegal is if I start kind of cranking it this way in a rotation. So don't do that. You're just gonna go back, okay? So as I get his heel to my little rib, I'm going to get a good grip. So we have a few options. One is like the Kimura grip, where you're grabbing your own wrist and then grabbing his shin, kind of twisting into that and go, or grabbing your biceps together in like a figure four, or you can really do it, grab like your shoulder, and really go for it, okay? I don't want to say they don't matter, they do matter, but what's 90% of what matters is your configuration, where your legs are, how far back, things like that, okay? So, again, work in this position.